room. I didn't do what even there when said they found it. Why y'all keep bringing me up here and y'all be in court date and not bring me up before?
Morning, Ms. Henderson. Will you take your hat off for me, please? Thank you. This is the State of Kansas versus Pamela Henderson, MGI 21CR203. Ms. Henderson appears by Zoom with counsel, Mr. House, stated by Mr. Gaoso. This was set for hearing Tuesday afternoon on Ms. Henderson's motion to suppress, but Ms. Henderson, you didn't appear in court on that day. Where were you Tuesday afternoon?
They didn't tell me. Never mind. I thought I was doing June. I didn't know nothing about the court date.
All right, well, you were in court when that date was set, but you're here now. I did issue a bench warrant for your arrest, but I am not going to execute that. I'm going to withdraw that warrant since you appeared this morning. What we need to do next, we are set for a one-day jury trial to commence on July the 13th. We do need to address the motion suppressed in advance of that. I have availability next week. Mr. Gasso, do you happen to know your officer's schedule? Or do you have next week?
I do not believe that is going to work for next week.
Okay. If we do the following week, I have the morning of the 20th and the morning of the 21st.
I would prefer the morning of the 21st. I'm actually scheduled to be here for an afternoon hearing. And I've got a doctor's appointment or an eye appointment on the 20th in the morning that I think I've been scheduled like 3 times already.
All right, Mr. House, are you available the morning of Wednesday, June 21st?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Henderson, you need to come back to court Wednesday, June 21st. Don't leave yet, Ms. Henderson. Wednesday, June 21st at 9 o'clock. You got that date and time down?
Let me write that down for you.
Ms. Henderson, do not leave yet. If you walk out the door, you'll be arrested. Do not leave yet. June 21st at 9 o'clock, come back here. Any questions about that? I need a verbal confirmation, Ms. Henderson.
Excuse me?
I need a verbal confirmation. You understand your next court date is June 21st
yeah,
at 9 o'clock.
All right. Can I go now?
You are free to go. Thank you for asking.
Can I go, please?
You are free to go.
Thank you. Thank you, Pamela. Call me Hank next time. Shit.
So June 21st, 9 o'clock, we motion to suppress on Ms. Henderson.
Ms. Jones? You're muted, Ms. Jones.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Oh, there we go.
Now can you?
Yes,
hello,
I can
everyone.
hear you.
Okay.
Hello.
Morning.
Hello. I seen you Wednesday on TV.
Okay.
I was so happy.
You are always a joy, Ms. Jones. All right. Where are we on her case?
Your Honor, the only remaining balance is $133.84. And so that would essentially be court costs. I don't know if I'm looking at the ledger.
I paid today.
You did?
Today?
Yes, sir. You know I wasn't gonna come before you without paying.
Oh, she did. Oh, okay. So what she did is she paid the court.
Okay.
So what we will do is I'll indicate escrow released to plaintiff, and then this case is dismissed.
Thank you. And
I can't see you no more.
Well, you can always see me. You don't have to get in trouble or do anything like this to come see me.
I'll wait watch you on TV. I don't want to come back.
All right. All right, Ms. Jones, you take care of yourself, all right?
Yes. Judge Simpson, can I say one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
The reason why I'm before you now is because when I stayed in Town and Country, you said that I did not have to move until you told me to. So they made sure I didn't get before you again. And that's,
All right.
you hear me? That's
Yes,
why people
ma'am.
don't believe. That's right, because you the man. They made
Thank
sure
you,
I
Miss
didn't get
Jones.
there. Have a beautiful holiday, and I'll be looking
You-
for you again on court cam.
All right. Thank you, Miss Jones. You take care of yourself.
You
God
too.
bless you.
God bless you, sir. Bye-bye.
That's right,
Bye-bye.
Your Honor. What's the amount?
Stevens, you're representing Ms. Powell, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, and are you ready to proceed?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right, are you gonna be calling Ms. Powell as a witness today?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Powell, if you'll raise your right hand, I'll place your oath. And do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you. Please state your name for the record.
Rose Powell,
Rose, how long have you been in jail now?
since May 7th.
And you're being held on two different charges. Both of them had $15,000 bonds, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
One's a state jail felony of theft and the other is a state jail felony credit card abuse.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you have not been able to post those bonds, have you?
No, sir.
You nor your husband have that kind of cash money to post the bonds.
No, sir.
If the judge were to reduce the bonds to an amount that you could afford, okay, do you have transportation to get to and from the courthouse?
Yes, sir, I do.
And where, tell the judge where you actually live.
We reside in Warren, Texas, which is Tyler County.
And you do have vehicles. We've talked
Yes, sir.
about that before. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And your husband has some medical problems.
Yes, sir.
He has stage 3 cancer.
Yes, sir. Yes, stage 3 melanoma cancer.
Okay. And since you've been in jail for the past couple of months, he's greatly deteriorated. Is that
Yes, sir.
what you've been told?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you folks are on fixed income. You're both on Social Security.
Yes, sir.
And you have no criminal history
No, sir.
whatsoever. Is that correct?
No, sir.
And so you are retired, so you have Social Security, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the judge to make both of these bonds personal bonds?
Yes, sir.
In other words, you and I talked about a personal bond. That would be where you would be able to sign and get out. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's what you're asking the judge to do. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if he won't do that, are you asking him to reduce them to about $1,000 each?
Yes, sir.
And if he were to do that, is that an amount that you think your husband might be able to work towards trying to get you out of here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
State any questions of Ms. Powell?
Sir.
No, not asking you.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Powell, I noticed that you were saying yes to quite a few of the questions that Mr. Stevens asked you. The answer to the question about criminal history isn't exactly a yes answer, is it?
I'm not understanding.
Okay. He asked you, isn't it true that you have no criminal history? And you said yes.
Okay.
That's not quite true though, is it?
I was in jail only one night in Jasper County.
Well, you also served 3 years of probation for forgery.
Yes, ma'am. That was years ago, and it was supposed to have been dropped off of my case, is what they told me.
Your criminal history shows that you served 3 years of probation, so it wasn't dropped.
Okay.
But regardless, your question to Mr. Stevens is not, you do have criminal history, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was the victim in that forgery case?
Ma'am, I don't remember.
Well, isn't it true that it was a family member?
What year was it?
And who's the victim in these alleged cases?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the question. I think it's irrelevant at this point when we're talking about a bail reduction.
No, I'm gonna overrule the objection. I think that criminal history is one of the relevant bail factors that the board is supposed to consider.
So who's the alleged victim, ma'am, in this credit card abuse case?
Cousin.
I'm sorry?
Cousin.
And I didn't quite understand what you said, but that's a relative of yours, correct?
Miss Curry, I think she testified that it was her cousin,
That it was what, Judge?
her cousin.
Okay. So again, that's a family member, just like the last time.
Yes, sir.
You live in Tyler County, correct?
Ma'am,
How far away is that from here?
about 3 hours.
What kind of vehicle do you own?
We have an SUV that's 2019. I have reliable transportation to get to and from court or probation, whatever.
And you sent a letter to my office, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Stevens, any follow-up questions?
Just a couple. You live a long way away,
Yes, sir.
but you do have reliable transportation, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt in your mind that you would not be able to make it to court for any
No,
of
sir.
obligations?
No, sir, none whatsoever.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
That's great.
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, Mr. Stevens, you want an argument on the bill reduction?
Well, Judge, there's not much. We have an elderly lady here that's on Social Security. Her husband's at home on Social Security. He has some bad medical problems. We're just asking you to give her PR bond, Your Honor, to let her out of here, take care of her husband, take care of the report business. If you don't believe that's appropriate, we would ask you to reduce the bonds to about $1,000 each one.
Okay. And Mr. Stevens, she testified that she has a 2019 SUV vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Does she have any other assets that she can use to secure her bond?
No, Your Honor, I've already asked her those questions. Let me ask her, do you have any cash in any banks?
No, sir, not that I know of.
All you rely on is your Social Security
Yes, sir.
check that comes in.
Yes, sir.
And do you own any property that you could sell, pawn, or mortgage in order to put toward the bonds?
No, sir.
Okay. She has no assets, Your Honor, at her disposal to help host.
All right, thank you, Mr. Stevens. Ms. Curry, anything,
Nothing further, Judge.
any argument?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. The court's going to take the evidence and arguments under advisement, and I'll issue a look at the end of the day.